It's coming you. Welcome back to Langrisser M news from the future. So, alright, for the period of March 2024, or specifically for February to March period 2024 in the CN server, this is the newly released SP hero, and as you can see from the picture, he is none other than the long-awaited SP Randford. Sorry, on this part of the video, we'll be going through part 1 and part 2. So part 1 will be going through on his skill, exclusive new skills talent. Then on part 2, we'll be going through a little bit of some gimmick and questions, or more breakdown details on how the gimmick of Randford works. So you guys ready? Before we start, a very great thanks for information shared and provided by the Langrisser mobile app, and let's get started. So SP Randford, and currently I'm not sure if I missed out any things, that he's gonna be the first characters without a introduction PV. I'm not sure did I miss it, but if I find it, I'll definitely upload it. So Randford SP form, so the rough descriptions is 掌握胜利的战场之神. Okay, the war god that controls or holds the victories on the field, but also the great marshals that can handle affairs in empire. Yeah, it's definitely not 100% forward, but it roughly describes his talent and might. Okay, he's known as the Virtuous Prestige Marshal. This is talent. So Virtuous Prestige Marshal. Apologize for the English, but okay. The effect are as follow. So watch to the end for the translations I've done for you guys. Then number 1, skill you bring will ignore cost limit. Number 2, damage deal will be increased by 20%. Then if there are allies 2 blocks around you, you will enjoy the following benefits. So when there are allies 2 blocks around you, you have number 3, their stats excluding HP will be increased by 15%. Number 4, mixed units allies will have an additional stats increment of 5% excluding HP. So the max you can get is 20% increment by stats. That's pretty strong. That's like 2 ranks up for a hero. I'm gonna presume every 10% is gonna be like a 1 rank up for your hero. Number 5, mixed unit allies will attack first when entering battle. Number 6, when you end your turn, you can choose to turn your hero class into Lancer class type with the following addition effect. So if you have been transformed in the Lancer class, you will have, first, your movement will be treated as land unit. Second, your movement speed will be reduced by -2. Third, damage received will be reduced by 20%. Fourth, this effect cannot be dispelled nor immune. Last, recast these skills again to cancel this class type effect and revert back to your original form. So in case you guys are wondering, SP Randford, he is a flyer class. So fire class move 5 blocks, and if you have been transformed to Lancer class, reduced by 2, you'll be moving at a minimum of 3 blocks. Alright, his first exclusive new skill 1, The name of the skill is known as defensive. It's a skill that costs 2, has a CD of 3, the range is self-targeting, the AoE type is single target, it has both passive and active effects. So for passive, number 1, block or attack for ally beside you. So this is a usual tank effect, so you'll be blocking all incoming attacks for allies, 1 blocks around you. Number 2, you'll be immune to position shifting effects. Number 3, immune to unable to cast active skills. So I gotta say the passive skills are quite an upgrade compared to the usual tank skills. Aside from the usual tank, you're also immune to position shifting effect, and the third is definitely the newer stuff, that you will be immune to not able to cast active skills. So you're not, so basically you're just immune to silent. That's pretty cool. However, there are some downside to these skills as of this current meta, which we'll be going through in a while. Okay, for his active skills, okay, the active skills effect. Number 1, increase the guard range to your talent's effect range. So it's going to be the following. You will be 2 blocks of guard range without your exclusive items. However, it will be 3 blocks with your exclusive items. Number 2, damage you take will be reduced by 20%. Number 3, add 15% of your attack to your defense and magic defense. Number 4, the whole effect will last for 4 turns. So aside from how good his stats is, I'm going to say this skill effect is definitely quite above average, because your max guard range will be at least 3 blocks. Then you have damage reduction of 20%. Then this is definitely like an upgrade version of the Lightbringer, because instead of adding 15% of your intelligence to defense and magic defense, Randford will be adding his attack to defense and magic defense instead. So he will have a higher chance of survival. And then for the skills, it has a 3 CD turn. However, the whole effect itself lasts for 4 turns, so you're not going to have any turns where your guard will be lost or break unless you have been attacked with enemy skills like Sword Soul that remove buff. If not, this is definitely a very great skills. So all you need to do is just bring 1 guard skill, and it's gonna last you throughout the game. Okay, the last skill, exclusive skill 2, is either known as plan setting or make a decision. The cost is 2. The CD, range, and AoE type are all now. It consists of only passive effects, so the effects are as follow. Number 1, increase crit rate and crit damage by 20%. Number 2, when initiating attack and their allies with mixed units 3 blocks around you, ignore guard for this battle. Number 3, after initiating attack, and if a crit attack strike happen, you obtain 1 turn buff effect. This buff effect provides you damage reduction of 30% for a turn. So I gotta say, overall, definitely the skills given are not bad, quite decent or nice. However, there's definitely some weird stuff, like previously we have not been using Randford as a tank unit, and on his original usual class there's not like any tank skills correct me if I'm wrong, unlike characters like Lewin. Lewin at least has like his original R cuts has a 1 block gut effect by default. However, they're giving Randford as a very weird class. He's gonna be a tanker and he's gonna be a semi-assassin. That it's kind of weird. It just gives me the feeling that he may not be. He's definitely still gonna be useful, but he may not last for a very long season because of the definition, that like uncertainty they are providing for him. But of course, this is just only my thoughts and speculations. I may be wrong. So, what did you guys think? So right, and that's it for his skills. Then this is a chibi art, again drawn by Marcel Tuliana, Grande Curry, and this is the end of part 1. Moving to part 2 is information provided by the Langrisser data bank. 梦后美站资料库 will be going through much more detailed stuff for SP Randford. So here we go. So right, shoutouts to 知大王 for providing the information to the Langrisser data bank. So some of the questions or things that the players has done for more some details, things they have found. So regarding SP Randford's command aura effect from his talent, so and also from his casting abilities. So his casting abilities and his talent command aura range is by default 2 blocks. Then if you bring your exclusive items, it will be increased to 3 blocks. So the pictures shown is after equipped with his exclusive items, that you can see the following: Liana, who is a holy class, bringing a cavalry unit. This makes her a mixed units show, and she's standing 3 blocks around SP Randford. So you can see she have this ability. So as you can see, the 3 similar icon below the green icon, that is aside from your HP or stats increased by 20%. Then the second effect is when you're mixed unit, if you initiate attack and go into battle, you will attack first. Then as you can see from the third icon, which is from the casting or rune emblem effect, so it says increase crit rate damage by 10%. If you initiate attack, go into battle, and a crit happens, you'll recover 20% of the damage due. So there's some of the things that the pro players have shown. Then regarding his gut range effect, so after you cast his gut range skills, if we have bring exclusive, your gut range will definitely be expanded to 3 blocks, and you'll be able to block all incoming damage for allies 3 blocks around you. And of course, if you did not bring your exclusive items, it's going to be 2 blocks. So this is a short video of how it's going to look like. So you can see Rosalia is 3 blocks near SP Randford, and enemies Leon is going to battle and he blocks it. Okay, third is regarding SP Randford damage reduction status effect. So this is the following situations. After he make use of his talent and change into a Lancer class, he will have a 20% damage reduction ability. And aside from that, if he switch on his gut skills effect, he will have another 20% damage reduction for 4 turns. Then after you bring his exclusive skill 2, you have another 30% damage reduction. Let's see if it stacks from the pictures. So in case you guys are wondering, I'll be reading out from top to bottom the icon. From the first one being the sword logo, it says damage deal increased by 20%. Then second is his defensive ability that lasts for 4 turns. You block for all incoming attack for your allies based on your talent range. Then the third is add 15% of your attack to defense and magic defense. The fourth icon, which is the shield, shows damage received reduced by 20%. Then the fifth logo, which is the lance and a pair of wings, or just one wings, shows hero type has been changed to Lancer class. Mobility has been reduced by 2. At the same time, damage reduction of received damage reduction of 20% cannot be dispelled. So all the icon is there. Then is the sixth icon is immune to stats reduction. And the 7 and 9 is on the previous pictures from Liana. So apparently what is being found out and tested is that from his talent, if you change to your Lancer class, as you can see from the logo shown in the pictures, that his damage reduction effect can be stacked and cannot be removed. So it's stackable with other damage reduction effects, so this is pretty cool. So if you have his defensive active skills of 20%, then the passive effect of 30% reduction. Oh, however, if you have a higher damage reduction, it will be override by the 30%. So you can see if your crit triggers, the 30% damage reductions occurred. So the 20% damage reduction that is not from your talent effect will be override. So the max you can enjoy the benefit is 50% only instead of 20 plus 20 plus 30. So it's not that OP. If it is, it's going to definitely be very OP about it. And fourth is regarding his ability to commence his attack and passing through guard. So if he brings his exclusive skill 2, which is a passive ability, and do not have to worry about whether you're mixed unit or not, as long as 3 blocks around you there is a mixed unit allies, you will ignore guard and attack first based on the picture shown or this short clip seen here. So as you can see in this pictures, he's trying to commence his attack against Leon. However, there is a Vargas standing on top of Leon, so definitely he's gonna be guard. However, because there's a allies, as you can see 3 blocks around him, there is a Lightbringer who is a holy class and bring a infantry unit. They are mixed units, and 3 blocks around him, he can commence this attack and can just bypass guard. So this is why I said he can be an assassin, and this is definitely more useful and efficient than his guard ability. Then if you yourself is mixed unit, however there's no mixed unit 3 blocks around you, you can see the guard attack, the attack is being guarded by enemy Vargas. So as you can see in this short clip, they have removed Lightbringer from the equation, so that's why the guard is being blocked. Then second thing that is a meme or joke right now, told by a lot of fans, is he's definitely going to be the first Lancer unit that can well stay in the air, or at least he can stay flipping his wing or stay airborne in air terrain. So as you can see, his original class is flyer unit. So you can fly to the sky first, then you can end your turn and you can switch your class to Lancer class. However, he will not die or anything. The only thing is that he will totally lose all sorts of mobility or ability to move in the sky. But aside from that, he's the first Lancer unit to be able to stay airborne in sky terrain. Kudos to SP Randford. Definitely one of the stronger characters you have seen. Okay, the second picture shown here is, however, if, as you can see at the tip of, after the hue tip is sky terrain. However, if you transform at that point of sky terrain into Lancer class, because in front of you is the hue or land terrain, you will still be able to move 3 blocks even though you are staying on sky. So this is some of the things you guys can take note if you intend to use him for whether your PvE or PvP. And note that the class change is an active skills ability. So if you do not bring your exclusive skill 1 guard ability, you will not be immune to silent. So after being silent, you'll not be able to use your class change ability. As you can see in the picture here, is being locked. Then 6 is regarding his priority to attack first. So if Randford himself consists of mixed unit, he can enjoy his talent ability and attack first. So as you can see in this picture right now. And if he bring his exclusive item, this effect will be increased to 3 blocks of, it will affect allies up to 3 blocks. If they are bringing mixed unit, they can enjoy the attack first ability that Randford provides for them, as you can see in this video here. Okay, this attack from Roselia against Vargas. So overall, damage output from SP Randford is definitely not bad, and not to mention you can increase the stats of your allies, so they're gonna have a higher survivability and offensive ability. However, the description is, however, if he is being a tank, you're trying to use him as a main tank, his ability to tank damage is definitely not that great. And not to mention that the skill columns are quite restrictful. You can only bring 3 skills. Then if you try to bring faction buff from Randford, the other 2 ability, you got to consider what you're gonna bring. So if you intend to use him as a tank, etc., you might need someone else like Grand Shu to bring the 3C ability effect. Then PvP wise, if you want to play him to his best, the best is to have not use him as a tank, as an assassin with allies with double life. So one great combo with SP Randford is that if you have an ally like Ashen, the little lady riding on the Sky Pegasus, or you have characters like Apotheosis, and also with the recent release single banner Ice Imelda, Sovereign of Abyss, if you're able to travel together and have allies like Apotheosis who can feel free to die once to go on first, so you can okay, sorry guys, give me a while. Okay, long story short, the easiest combo to do, the example combo is, you have characters like Chaos M, aka Apotheosis, to transform and move to the front of enemy front line. If they attempt to try to kill you, you will be resurrected and survive once. So you are there. Then SP Randford will be able to fly over, then cast Cavalry or Chivalry. Then so he is going to be moving 5+3. Then if you're going to have your range spear attack, you're going to be 5+3+2. And because you are standing 3 blocks around your allies with mixed unit, you will be able to bypass enemies' tank, and there's definitely a higher chance for you to kill the weaker enemy because of his talent with the 20% stats increment for both him and his allies. So even if he fails to kill the enemy, there's a higher chance that he can survive the next incoming attack. But overall and all, last but not least, in terms of PvP wise, it has been tested by some pros players commenting that if you're trying to use him as a tank, he's a great tank against mage. However, he's definitely a weak tank against physical attack, especially towards characters like Apotheosis or against characters like Ashen. So that's it. What do you guys think? Do you think SP Randford is strong, great, or not so good? Then on the next part of the live video, we'll be doing a live demo play on SP Randford, because for you guys, I have switched his SP stone so I can showcase for you guys. However, it's only a rank 3, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys. This is coming. See you guys, and goodbye. Great summon for you guys.